Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Andrei Kirilenko. Something tells me that's not your real name, but that's okay. We still appreciate your support anyway. And we hope you're having a great day, Andrei. Alright, well, if you guys want to be house guests today, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so, yesterday they had the Power Veto competition. Everyone was competing except for Karen and William. William was the host, and it was the Toyota 86 competition that they've been teasing for weeks now. So, the feeds were down for more than 8 hours. It was an individually timed competition. You know those take forever. Also, there were like multiple elements to this. Something about like signs. I don't know if it's like road signs or what. And then there was like a puzzle. I think the last thing was a puzzle. And it took a really long time. So in the end, Dimitri's won the Power Veto. And he will also get to pick one juror to join him on a test drive of the Toyota 86. Or as I like to call it, the 86 Toyota. So anyway, we'll have more on that in a little bit. But Kevin and William were in the storage room, and Kevin's like, what do we do now? So he thinks, like, maybe I should put up Jackie, and then you guys can all vote out Ika. And William's like, yes, that sounds good. So they don't know, or sorry, they don't think Dimitri's will use the Power Veto on Ika. I don't think so either. He doesn't seem like the type, and I don't think Ika would want him to. So, yeah, they're thinking that's not really going to happen. But Kevin has a similar conversation with Dylan. He says, look, I'm putting up Jackie. Let's get rid of Ika. And Dylan's like, yeah, sounds good. And they're just laughing because Karen is already paranoid that she's going to be a replacement nominee this week. Of course. So, excuse me. Kevin's like, I'm going to talk to Karen. I'll ease her mind. Don't worry about it. All right. So then Ika and Dimitri's are chilling in the Have-Not cave, and Ika's really genuinely happy for Dimitri's that he won. They're saying they're going to figure out something for her. I mean, there is still a chance that she could stay. You never know. And they're really hoping that Jackie will be the replacement nominee because they think that she'll have the best shot staying against her on the block. So then they're talking about the whole test drive thing that's coming up. I think it's Tuesday, I want to say. I forgot what day they said it would be on, but it's in the next few days. So they're trying to figure out who he should take on the test drive. So Ika's like, all right, let's talk about it. There's 3 jurors so far, Netta, Cindy, and Bruno. So Ika's thinking it might be best to take Bruno. And she's thinking of that Kevin angle right now because she's like, if you can go hang out with Bruno for a little while, come back and tell Kevin that Bruno wants us to work together, that would be great. Even if you have to lie about it, that's great. So then they're thinking definitely not Netta, but possibly Cindy because they feel like maybe they could get some information from her. She'll be the most honest out of the 3. They're worried too, like if he picks Bruno, Bruno's just going to lie to him about stuff. So they're thinking possibly Cindy. You know, it's up between Cindy and Bruno. So then Kevin is thinking out loud up in the HOH room, and a lot of people were shocked that Kevin did not win this veto because it seemed like he knew all the information the best. So Kevin says that he threw this POV competition. He's like, this was the best possible outcome. He's so excited. He's planning on putting up Jackie as a replacement nominee. And he thinks that for sure Ika's going to go because Dimitri's is staying and people are still going to want to split up that pair. And he also thinks that there could be tension amongst Dimitri's, Dre, and William this week as they try to get the votes. So he's liking that. He wants to cause some chaos there, you know, create some tension. He's also hoping that by Dimitri's beating him in this competition, that going into the final 7, Dimitri's is going to look like a bigger threat than him. I think that is a good point because I've definitely heard people talking about taking out Dimitri's because he is such a comp beast, and I think maybe Kevin will be able to slide under the radar a little bit. But you know what? That would work if there was only one person going next week, but it's a triple eviction, so they could get out a bunch of targets next week. Those competitions are going to be super important. But anyway, Kevin, William, and Dre were in the HOH room, and Dre is like, all right, I'm going to try and convince Dimitri's to use the Power Veto on Ika. And she's going to tell Dimitri's, look, we have the votes to keep you. You know, you got me, Ika, and Dylan. We're all going to keep you, and then Ika will be safe too. But then Dre's planning on just voting out Demetres. This is not going to work. There's no way that Demetres is going to fall for that. Kevin's like, yeah, I don't think that's going to work, but it is worth a try. So we'll see. So then Dre and Ika had a little strategy chat. She's trying to lay the foundation here for Demetres to possibly use the POV on Ika. And Dre's like, all right, Kevin just told me that he wants to put up Jackie as replacement nominee. And she tells Ika, you're going to go home against Jackie. She's like the new Ika. You don't have the votes. So then she's like, I don't know, would Demetres use the power veto on you? And Ika's like, I don't think so. Also, she would not ask him to do that. So then Dre keeps bringing up like, oh, he should do the gentlemanly thing and like use it on you. Really, girl? So then Ika's like, I don't know, maybe I could survive on the block against Jackie, because she's like, I'll have Demetres' vote, I'll have your vote, Dre. I'll just need one more, because you only need 3 to stay this week. So Dre's like, yeah, but people are going to want to break up the pair still. People like Dre. So then Dre and Dylan were talking through some scenarios, Jose. And Dylan's like, honestly, we just can't blow this opportunity. We need to split up that showmance. And then Dre's like, yeah, look at how good at competitions Demetres is. Like, we cannot let him win anything else. It's ridiculous. But it was funny because she was talking about, like, yeah, Demetres is good at comps, but at the same time, he wouldn't be winning as many if they didn't all suck so bad. And it's true, like, there are some real suckers this season, so she's saying, like, we need to stop sucking, and then maybe, we can get rid of Demetres. So, Dylan is like, yeah, and I think, you know, once Ika's gone, that's gonna kind of take away some of Demetres' steam, and he won't be as good in the competitions. I don't know, it might motivate him even more, because he'll feel like he has to win out the rest of the season. I don't know. But Dylan, again, says, I think it's time to take Ika out. And then Dre, I feel like she kind of makes a mistake here, because she's like, well, what happens if I don't vote Ika out? Like, she'll still go by a vote of 3-2, and Dylan's like, don't start with that shit. Like, are you just trying to get jury votes here, or what? And Dre says, no, I'm not. Yeah, okay. So she's like, I just feel bad going against Ika. I'm sure she does, but at the same time, I'm sure she doesn't want Ika to be pissed at her sitting in that jury, right? Come finale night. So then, I don't know. I just feel like Dylan puts that in the back of his mind now, and he's going to be like, Dre wants us to all do her dirty work for her. So this morning, Kevin and Ika were chatting, and Kevin says that he's planning on putting up Jackie, and Ika says that the 3 of them need to stick together. She's still pushing that same thing. She says they're the biggest targets in the house. Why not stay together? And then Kevin says he does want her to stay, but he doesn't have a vote this week. Classic excuse. So Ika says, I'm going to be real with you. That offer from before still stands. If they win HOH next week, they will not go after Kevin. And if somebody else wins and puts up Kevin and they win the POV, they'll take him down. But you know, Kevin's got to be thinking, what happens if they do win the power veto and they don't want to use the veto on Kevin because the other one will go up? Come on, you know that they're not going to use it if the other one's in danger. So that was pretty much canceled out. But anyway, Ika drops a bomb, sort of, on Kevin. It kind of shaped out the rest of the day. So Ika says that Jackie went to Demetres before the POV competition and told him that Kevin said Demetres is his target. So Kevin's like, wait, what? I never named a target to anyone. Jackie is lying. Jackie is poison. So then Kevin goes to Demetres and asked if Jackie did tell him that he's his target. And Demetres is like, yeah, that definitely happened. So then Kevin goes to the blue room to confront Jackie, and he asks, did you tell Demetres that he's my target? And Jackie's like, no, like, she's claiming that she told Demetres he might be the target. That is the lamest shit I've ever heard. Yeah, anyone might be the target, especially if you're up on the block. So then Kevin goes back to Demetres, and he says, did she tell you in a roundabout way? Did she tell you directly? And Demetres says, yeah, she told me directly. She said, you are Kevin's target. So then Kevin goes back to Jackie again. Why didn't he just get the two of them in the same room? That would have been way more entertaining too. So he tells Jackie, Dimitri said that you told him directly that he's my target. Jackie is still denying it. It was like never like direct, like I never like said that. And Kevin says, you could see how that would be damaging to my game, right? For Dimitri's to hear that, and then he wins the veto and he's staying. So he tells Jackie the replacement nominee is going to be between you, Karen, and Dylan. I'm not putting up Dre or William. So Jackie's like, obviously I don't want to go up on the block, and she says she would love to be one of the votes to cast, to cast one of the votes to get rid of Ika this week. So she tells Kevin, if you don't put me up, I won't put you up next week. Okay, Jackie. I don't think Kevin was buying that. But Kevin reports back to Ika. He tells her about his conversation with Jackie, and he's saying she just talked in circles. She's denying what Dimitri's said, and Ika's like, Dimitri's is not a freaking liar. So Kevin lets Ika know she's got a good chance to stay this week. So Ika swears, if she stays, she will not target Kevin. And it seems like she's being genuine at this point. She's also really desperate right now, so we'll see how she would actually feel if she was in a power situation. But she says, we'll always be the target in front of you, the bigger target, because people are still going to want to break us up and not go after you until we're gone. So Kevin says, all right, you just need 3 votes to stay, so, let's see what we can cook up here. I think that Kevin is just trying to give her hope to cause more tension amongst the voters here. But I think there is also a part of him that thinks it would be a good idea to keep Ika and Dimitri's to be a shield in front of him. So I think he's just trying to see how this is going to play out. But anyway, Ika was talking to Dre, and she lets Dre know that if she stays, she is not going after Kevin next week. So it sounds like she, again, is being genuine here and she wouldn't target Kevin. But then Dre takes this information to Dylan. She tells him what's up. She says, yeah, if Damika is not going to take out Kevin, then what's the point in us keeping them? Like, we should definitely get rid of them. And Dylan's like, oh, yeah, duh. So then they're wondering, like, who are Ika and Dimitri's planning on putting up if they're not going to put up Kevin? And they're also saying that they're not going to put up people who voted to keep Ika. That doesn't leave very many options. So they agree, all right, we're still thinking we should split up the duo. And then Dylan says if we win HOH next week, we'll put up Kevin and Dimitri's. Oh, shit. All right, so then Ika and Dimitri's were by the pool. Ika finally realizes, I don't know if I can count on having Dre's vote this week. You think? Yeah. So Dimitri's is like, F her, she only cares about herself. He's really down on Dre right now. As he should be. I mean, last week was pretty telling, right? So then Kevin and Karen were chatting in the HOH room. Kevin tells Karen, you're fine this week. Don't worry. And he tells Karen, I want to work with you and Dylan. You guys need to trust me. I hope you take me off of your blacklist. Because Karen was talking about how, when people piss her off or they give her a reason not to trust them, they're on the blacklist. Like, she does not forget that shit. So then Karen's talking about how she wants Ika to go, but at the same time, she does not want Jackie to know that she's safe all week. So she said that she wants to keep Jackie a squirrel? What does that mean exactly? Is that like an actual phrase, or did she make that up? I was trying to use my context clues, and it sounded like she wants to make sure that Jackie stays a target and doesn't just, like, reform her relationships with everyone. They don't want her to slide back onto the radar. So I guess they also want to see if she's going to freak out or whatever, but I've never heard that before. Keep her a squirrel? What? So then Karen was going on and on about how Damika has treated her like crap, and now they're talking to her all of a sudden because they need her again, and she sees right through that. So anyway, other than that, it's been a pretty chill day so far. The power veto ceremony should be tomorrow. Yeah, it's looking like Dimitri's going to use the veto on himself, and then Jackie will be the replacement nominee. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that Ika will be able to get the votes? And until next time, much love.